In this unit, I'm going to talk about telephoning skills within the specific context of dispute resolution. This unit is based on the basic phone language rules that we learned in Unit 2, so make sure you've reviewed that unit first. Okay, I'm going to assume the situation that the person who phones you is angry, or that during the phone call, the person gets angry. Irrespective of the company you work for or the situation that you're feeling, to deal with angry people or dispute resolution effectively, you have to have a structure in place. A lot of these steps are common sense steps, and you probably do them, or some of them, automatically without thinking. However, just for the purposes of clarity, I'm going to use the knowledge of the internet to give you an example dispute resolution structure. Whether you agree with all of these steps or the order of those steps, it's not that important. What is important from my point of view is the language you might use in each of those circumstances. For the first step, the basic idea is that you're trying to understand the problem and get the person to give you all of the details. Please remember, the angry person is not attacking you personally, they're just angry. So here are a couple of things that you could say for this. The first thing is to find out what the problem is. It's probably best not to call it a problem, so instead I've gone for issue. You might indeed go for something like matter. A straightforward, could you please tell me what the issue is usually a great way to start. You might find that the caller isn't telling you everything or that you need more details, so for that you could say, could you tell me more about, and could you tell me what happened next? At this point, you don't want to be accusatory, you just want to find out as much information as possible, and using those questions will help you out. Certain noises which you make as the caller is speaking reassures the caller that you're listening and encourages them to continue. You could say, or aha, or okay. You might get the situation where the caller is just angry and not telling you what the actual problem is, so you might want to use the phrase, I would like to help you, but I need to understand what the issue is first. Could you please? And then that's followed by an appropriate infinitive. This next phrase is designed to reassure the caller that you're asking all of the questions for the right reasons, and that is, you want to help them. And that is, it's a great idea to recap and summarize what the problem is to show the caller that you're interested in their problem. You could say something like, please let me recap just to make sure I've got all of the details, or just to make sure I've got all of the details. If we go back to the steps for resolving a dispute, for the second suggested step, go back to indirect question forms that we looked at in the last unit. Could you please, can I ask if, and so on, to find out as much as you can about the problem in the right way. Often you might find in breaking down the problem step by step, the client may calm down as they go through the problem under your guidance. Your intonation of voice is also very important here. You're going for soft and gentle. When apologizing, and you can apologize at any stage throughout the call, apologize for the thing that went wrong or in a general way, but without blaming anyone. For example, I'm sorry for any inconvenience, or I apologize for the incorrect invoice, or I'm sorry for that. Apologies help to diffuse the situation and calm the caller down. The next step is to communicate that you're now working towards some form of resolution or investigation. You could say something like, now that I've got all of the details, I'll look into the matter and get back to you as soon as possible. Or, I'll get in contact with someone. This could be a position, for example, the manager, the partner, not necessarily a name, and find out what happened. Or, I understand why you're calling and I apologize for any inconvenience. This is what I'll do. You don't want to establish a time limit to resolve the problem unless you're sure it can be done in that time. Saying, can I phone you in 5 minutes will not help you and only make the caller more angry if they don't hear from you. The next thing is then to establish regular contact. First of all, get the caller's details. Can I just confirm your contact details? A good thing to do is get in contact with the caller when progress is being made or tell them that the issue is being dealt with. For example, I just want to let you know that, or I'm calling to let you know that, or I've spoken to the partner in charge and he's looking at it, or we'll be in touch tomorrow to explain what happened, or we'll contact you by email to explain what happened, and so on. If someone is well informed, they're much likely to be less angry and open to you. Keeping them in the dark or lying to them will not make you or the firm look good. And there we go. Remember that no matter how angry someone is, you are in charge of the phone call, and it is possible to resolve a dispute on the phone even when someone is extremely irate. I've done it before in the past when I've worked in customer services by using the structure above. Plenty of communication from my side and patience. Hopefully the phrases that we've looked at in this video will help you and give you confidence in dealing with angry people on the phone.